This is the Art Marketing Minute with Eric Rhoads, author of the Amazon best-selling book, Make More Money Selling Your Art. In the Marketing Minute, we answer your questions to help your art career. Brought to you by artmarketing.com, the place to go to learn more about marketing. Now, here's your host, Art Magazine publisher, Eric Rhoads.
Thank you, Jim Kipping, and thank you for joining us today. I am here. My goal is to eliminate the idea of the starving artist. So let's get right to today's questions. Here's a question from Nikki Nineheis of Golden, Colorado. Nikki, thank you for this. Her question is, what's a collector's pain point? What problem does art solve generally? I think that is coming from some of the things that I've taught in my book, which is in marketing, you want to solve problems. You want to try to find out what the problems are and then offer solutions to those problems. That's a standard marketing tenet. But in art, it's a little bit different because you can't really know what a collector's pain point is because everybody's got different pain points, but more importantly, they have emotional triggers. So let me give you an example. My sister-in-law has a painting that I gave her. It hangs in the foyer of her home. Everybody who comes in says, oh, I know that spot. I remember doing something there when I was a kid. And they all tell us the spot, and of course it's not the real place it was painted, but it means something different to everybody, which is a sign of a good painting, at least I hope. But also, you want something that's stimulating emotion. I was showing a picture online of a painting that a friend of mine did to my dad because it reminded me of my grandfather's house. And when he saw it, he said, yeah, that's my great-grandfather's house, and he started talking about his memories there. And he kind of welled up. He said, you know, this painting really captures it. Well, it wasn't a painting of that actual house, but it was a house that looked like it. So I bought that for him for Father's Day because I thought it would be a cool thing. And he hangs it in his house, and it's a wonderful memory for him. So art injects emotional positives, memories, usually positives. It's kind of what makes somebody's house a home. It's, surrounding them with personal reminders. And so you want to learn how to tell the story of your painting, what you were thinking, where you were, but you want to leave a little open for fantasy so people can kind of insert their own message into it because a painting may mean something. I sold one painting to a lady. She came up and she said, oh, that reminds me of my time when I used to kayak on that river with my dad, and she bought it. She had tears in her eyes. Another lady walked up and she said, oh, that reminds me of something else. And, it reminds people. So you want to then, tell them what the painting means to you and not necessarily take them off their story. But that's why it's nice to be able to actually interact with collectors. But I also try to write up the stories of my paintings, stick them on the back of the painting so people know what they are. Like, I painted this painting when I was out with Joe McGurl in Maine, and we had a great time, and here's what we were talking about or thinking about, But I also talk about what the painting means to me, and then hopefully it'll have some emotional meaning to them. So solving the problem isn't easy. Collectors' pain points are not exactly easy to understand, but you do want to trigger emotions. Nikki also had a second question, so I'm going to use her second question for today, and that is, how do you sell directly from your website and still work positively with your gallery? Well, if you have a gallery, the very first thing you've got to do is have communication with them about what they feel is acceptable and not acceptable. And then you have to decide if that's acceptable to you. If they say, look, we don't want you selling direct on your website, then you need to be willing to honor that because they're putting a lot of money into marketing you and giving you wall space and trying to sell your paintings. And you certainly don't want somebody coming direct to you and buying direct from you if they've seen your work in the gallery. And so if that happens, I've been known to give a commission to the gallery even though the gallery didn't stimulate it. And so you just, and by the way, it was just a picture I posted on Instagram. Somebody contacted me, found my information, contacted me, wanted to buy the paintings. And so it was the right thing to do to give the commission to the gallery. So you want to have a discussion with the gallery. Some artists I know have certain size points. Like one artist I know says, okay, I want to get involved in the daily painting thing. So he sells inexpensive paintings under 8 by 10, but the rest of the stuff he sends to the gallery, and he doesn't put those up on his website, or if he does, he puts where they're available at what gallery. So you want to make sure that you're coordinating and working with a gallery. If you're not in a gallery, it's not anything you need to worry about until the point at which you go into a gallery. Well, this has been the Art Marketing Minute with me, Eric Rhoads. My goal in life is to eliminate the idea of the starving artist and to help your dreams actually come true. So if you want to submit questions, simply email Eric at artmarketing.com. And to learn more about marketing ideas, you can visit artmarketing.com. Thanks for listening.